What up? What up, everybody? Hello, hello. Welcome to Find Your Fucking Weird. I'm fucking Patrick Goddamn Galactic. And I'm really happy to be with you tonight. No, it's been a day. It's been a day, friends. Just another one, another one like any other. But a good one, how is everybody doing? Please, if you're here and you want to chime in tonight is the night, because I've got some news for you that I'll share with you in a few minutes. But yeah, you know what I did today? You know what I fucking did today? I pet my goddamn cat a lot. I pet my cat Bowie a lot because he was really, really bitchy. Really bitchy. Euphony of the month, we got in the chat. We got Dartone the Third in the chat. We got Alex F and V in the chat. Great group to start with. Thank you all for being here tonight. Yes, I pet my cat a whole bunch, and what I was kind of realizing is I'm always my head is always up my ass for some reason, okay? There's always just like some screen or something going on, some kind of noise, some kind of, I'll be listening to a podcast and playing a video game at the same time. There's always just a lot of chatter going on in the old Galactic Dome. And I realized today that I don't take enough time to just fucking slow everything down for a minute and actually connect with myself. And I'm trying to. And you know who else was trying to? Morgan Freeman, because he says, learning how to be still, to really be still and let life happen. That stillness becomes a radiance. Learning how to be still, to be really still and let life happen, that stillness becomes a radiance. I can't do a Morgan Freeman impression, but I think you can hear him saying that if you really tried. And Euphony says, I read that in his voice. Yes. Well, it's true. And I kind of connected with myself in this different way today. And it was really cool. God damn it. God damn it, I don't need a show or a screen or my phone or something to tell me what's going on all the time. I can connect with me, right? I'm not so bad, right? Right? Well, we'll see. I guess the first thing to talk about would be this. That's right. We are taking some time off after this Saturday's episode. So we will be live this Saturday, but after that, it's spring-ish break, let's say. I'm here tonight. We'll be live this Saturday, March 4th, and then we're going to be offline for 3 entire weeks. Find Your Weird will return on Tuesday, March 28th, and then Weird at Night comes back Saturday, April 2nd. It's not an easy thing for me to do, or for Blaze in Space to do. It's not easy to step away from the Waniverse, but I've done this long enough to know that we really do our best work when we're not maxed out. I'm gonna reflect, recharge, re-energize, and when we come back, we will most definitely have a new and improved Weird at Night. There's been stuff I've been meaning to update on the show for a long time, and there's just no goddamn time. I'll still be posting dumb stuff in Discord. Maybe we have, a voice chat or two during the break. Yeah, Euphony of the Month says you're going to sit still for 3 weeks straight. No, I'm not. I'm going to find other things to freak out about and fucking run around in circles about. Because Morgan Freeman told me to. Hey, when Morgan Freeman speaks, I listen, Euphony of the Month. You'd be wise to do the same. And we've still got a huge show this Saturday. If you saw our epic science versus medicine debate this past Saturday, you know that everyone's attention now has been turned where it truly belongs, at the feet of the barefoot Messiah, he of the shoeless evangelism and the anti-shoe rhetoric, who actually has shoes that work for him, like anthropomorphic shoes. What will his response be? You gotta tune in this Saturday for that and a whole host of music and art. We're gonna head into this break with a bang, baby. But yeah, anthropomorphic shoes, look!
Tonight, we hear from the barefoot Messiah.
Oh my God! It's him!
Those feet are beautiful. Don't you see the problem here, folks? Shoes! Shoes are the enemy. And our resident shoe dick has done nothing but a terrible job to fix and clean up these streets. Steve Germany hired that charlatan Darton III as chief of police. I mean, can you smell the corruption from his rotten footwear? Only I started to walk the earth without protection did I realize we don't need protection. Expose your toes to the ground, my friends, and lose your shoes forever. Go barefoot. Walk carefully with me to the light.
God damn it, Frank. They can almost see my face out there. The whole idea of lighting design is to create mystery and intrigue. I'm larger than life. I'm angelic. I'm made of light. Was I not clear on that?
Sorry, my lord. Deepest apologies. We will add more spotlights and haze machines at once.
Excellent speech, my lord. We can help you down if you like. You must be knackered.
Are you crazy? You want me to walk on that floor barefoot? Disgusting!
We're happy to carry the load for you, sire. We're chuffed to bits. The Messiah's beautiful toes deserve to be protected.
You're damn right they do. What time will we be back at my mansion?
We should arrive just in time for supper, my lord.
Excellent.
comes, mates. Open the gates for the Barefoot Messiah.
Any sign of trouble while we were gone?
No one lost the plot. Quiet as a sock sliding across a clean hardwood floor.
Not a squeak. That's what we like to hear.
Make way for the Barefoot Messiah!
All of you are making me claustrophobic. Ugh. Will you scatter and clean something? I need some space to think for a second.
Supper's ready, my lord. Sweetie laces with tomato sauce. Fancy a cuppa?
Drinking tea at this hour is expecting a late morning, eh? Sire, would you like us to put extra guards at the gates in case Steve Germany comes snooping about?
Ha! The shoe detective is miles away from here. And he doesn't have a clue. Steve Germany is out there riding his lost horse, looking for it.
Pretty sneaky, that Barefoot Messiah. So, obviously, he evangelizes being shoeless. Steve Germany is our resident shoe detective. I don't think he's been very happy about it. He tried to hunt down the Barefoot Messiah and got misled completely, and now he had to ship himself back in a box and has ended up trapped in a flashback. And Suave and Pickle have been, misleading everybody about their investigation because it doesn't seem like they've been able to find shit. And so now everything's coming to a head. God damn it. Yeah. Just like we like here on Weird at Night, here on Find Your Weird. How's everybody doing? What's everybody doing? Is anything new going on? Tell me, people. Tell me. Talk to me. Let me know. I need to know. I got a question for you. But not before I remind you that we have a voicemail. That's right. You can leave a voicemail at 971-599-3879. That's 971-599-3879. Leave a voicemail, do an impression, do something weird, whatever. I mean, it's Weird at Night, baby. That's what it's for. But yeah, I would love to hear from you. So I got a question to start us off tonight. Do you talk to yourself? When you're alone, or maybe not, do you talk to yourself? And where do you talk to yourself? And if so, has anyone ever caught you talking to yourself? It would be kind of a stupid question for me to ask if I didn't do it, right? I definitely talk to myself. You may not have noticed on this channel, but I never actually shut the fuck up. I always have something to say, including to myself. Something I do in particular when I have some kind of weird argument with someone. I say the things I wish I had said or the things I didn't think to say. Like I have the argument after the fact. I do that a lot. I do it a lot in the shower. Some people sing. I argue with people in the shower. And I've actually addressed this with my therapist because I realized how much I do it. And people say that's a sign of insanity. I've been told it's not that simple. But actually, now that I think about it, my therapist never actually said I wasn't insane, though. Alex MV says, fuck yeah, I talk to myself all the time, just all over the apartment. I most often do it to repeat whatever I've just typed to someone to say it out loud in my own voice. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Unity in the Month says, constantly, I do it often and pretty much anywhere. Is there a specific kind of talking to yourself that you do? As I was saying, where if for instance, if I know I'm about to have a tough conversation with somebody, like if I know that I've got to lay down the law about something or put down a boundary with somebody, I rehearse it with myself in that conversation. And the real conversation never goes anything like what I rehearse. But I am terrible with confrontation. I'm getting better. I'm getting better because confrontation isn't really confrontation. It's never as big in reality as you make it out to be in your own mind. But yeah, no, that's something I do. I literally rehearse that shit. Follow-up question. I've met people who do this. Have you ever been caught mouthing what other people are saying? Like, as I'm talking right now, are you sitting at home like... I do not do this, I don't think. No one's ever told me I do it. Shit, do I do this? I don't think I do this. But yeah, I have met people who, when other people are talking, they kind of mouth what the other person is saying. It's strange. Very strange. Dartone the Third says, I do it all the time. I even stopped caring if other people are in the room. It does have the benefit of making lines short. Making lines short. Interesting. Yes. So if you're just joining us, do you talk to yourself? Euphony does not mouth what others are saying. I don't see as many people do this. It's pretty rare. Alex says, I'm not doing it right now, but I have been caught doing it. I don't do it much at all, but sometimes I do it just to process what I just heard when I didn't get it. Well, fair enough. There's a reason we do these things, people. But yeah, well, I don't feel so alone because I'm amongst people who talk to themselves as well. I'm a very verbose person. I think I do a lot of processing verbally. And so that's probably a big part of what it is for me. But okay. Well, I'm not alone. I'm in good company. I got a bunch of cool people who also talk to themselves. Thank God for that. Thank God for that. Let's, sink into it, baby. Oh, okay. Dartone says no one wants to be in line with me talking to myself. That makes sense. I mean, Dartone, there's so many reasons I wouldn't want to be in a line with you. So many reasons. I wouldn't want anyone to overhear what you were saying to me, much less to yourself. And since you have, such a small filter with me, I can only imagine the lack of filter you would have with yourself. So, I mean, I can honestly understand why people wouldn't want to stand in line with you. However, I say that with all due love and respect, my friend. All due love and respect to the former savior of the Waniverse, the former savior, Dartone the Third. All right. Well, I think I'm going to play you guys a song. How about that? Actually, let's not do it here. Let's do it here. Yeah. Torchlight. All right. This song is called Galaxies Are All I See. I wrote this one a long time ago. Sudden sun, could it be that everything I know is me? Starving stars heed my call. Distance has no weight at all. Broken light, burning green, galaxies are all I see. Starving stars heed my call. Distance has no weight at all. no weight at all. Distance has no weight at all. Distance has no weight at all. Distance has no weight at all. Yes, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. That is a track of mine called Galaxies Are All I See. I think I wrote that one in like 2010. But I really like that song. I got to do something else with that someday. Gonna play you one more. Whoops. Hello. From a dream, 'cause I know you can't survive the past. Living in memories, and I know the moment's coming fast, but not what it means. My hopes become when they have brought me to my knees. I keep hanging on. I keep hanging on. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the chat applause. I really do appreciate it. All right. Back to business. All right. I got another question for you. Second question of the night. A lot of my questions lately have been kind of superhero, superpowers, and this one is no different. Would you rather be a superhero or a supervillain? Would you rather be a superhero or a supervillain? And regardless of which one you pick, what would you do? If you pick one, and then what would you do? Now, I gotta be honest, I wish I was the kind of person who could enjoy being a supervillain, because it honestly seems kind of fun. to have all the power in the world and just go nuts with it. Even in video, but I'm just plagued by guilt. Plagued by guilt. Even in video games where you can choose whether to be a hero or a villain. Like there's games where you get to make that choice, like whether to be a superhero or a supervillain. I try to be a villain and I always end up doing the right thing anyway because I'm so lame. I'm so lame. I think I'd be kind of a shitty hero too because I'd get really annoyed with people asking me to do shit all the time. Like I'd probably be a really overwhelmed and cranky hero, but I definitely have a cape. I definitely have a cape. Honestly, there's no reason I shouldn't have a cape anyway. Now that I'm talking about it. Capes are dope, except around mud. Not great there. So basically, I'd probably be an asshole superhero. Like I'd do the right things, but I'd resent the responsibility and probably be a dick. A lot of big sighs, a lot of eye rolls. It's kind of my brand though. But yeah, I think I would be a resentful superhero. Given the choice. I think I would, I'd be really melodramatic. I'd probably be like, why was I given these powers? Why me? Why was I given these powers? And, and at the same time, like, totally wanting to have those powers at the same time. Yeah, that sounds very on brand for me. So, would you rather be a superhero or a supervillain? And what would you do as either? I'm very interested to know. I'll just drink water until somebody says something. I won't. Actually, I am going to play you a song from a band I really like that we played on Weirded Night before. This band is called Sea Life, and we have played one of their videos, on Find Your Weird and Weirded Night. But man, I just really like this band. I'm going to drop some links in the chat, so make sure you check them out. This song is called Peaches.
If broken hearts were beaches, I'd walk you through the ocean. And if I knew the difference between lover and a friend, if broken hearts were beaches, we walk right through the ocean. And if I knew the difference between lover and a friend, if broken hearts were beaches.
So fucking good. Sea Life. Man, that is some great shit. Really, really, really great shit. I love the simplicity. I love how fun that video is. I love how fun the lyrics are. Yeah, it's just sometimes great music is really just about having one good idea and just not getting in the way of it. And Sea Life does that so well. Yuvani the Mud says, I thought that guitarist looked like Chris King. That would be Chris King of Chris King and the Gutterballs. I think Chris has a new band now. I could be wrong. But yes, I know Chris King as Chris King of Chris King and the Gutterballs. Yes, I agree. That did look like Chris King. But yeah, just incredible stuff from Sea Life. I really enjoyed that. So let me ask you a question. We all kind of have like a thing that we do. Like I do Weird at Night and Find Your Weird. What do you do when you're not doing your thing? Like what other things do you do? Like what other things do you like besides the main thing that you do? Think about that. At me in the chat. Dartone answered the question. Would you be a superhero or a supervillain? Dartone says superhero on the streets, supervillain in the sheets. I don't know, which would help me lose my virginity faster? That was clever. That was good. I mean, that was good. And then Dartone says, I would honestly be a superhero, too much Catholic guilt to be a villain. I understand. Yeah. I mean, I think guilt is. Are heroes motivated by guilt? Is that what we're getting at here? Because that's pretty much the same shit that I said. Was I would be a superhero because I would feel too bad to be a villain. Alex. So Alex talking about what do you do when you're not doing your main thing. Alex says I do a lot of overthinking in silence and rewatching the same things. Fair enough. Speaking of watching things, I was just watching a series. Better Kitty Meow and I were watching a Netflix series about DB Cooper, the Great Northwest Skyjacker, DB Cooper, and watching basically this multitude of people who have investigated DB Cooper, tried to decode who DB Cooper actually was. And all of them kind of fall off a cliff into self-loathing or outright insanity. The people who think that they've figured it out only to find out that they have lost all rationality, that they are they're following their assumptions, not following any evidence because there's so little evidence. It's very compelling. Go on Netflix, search DB Cooper, and I believe it's like a 4-episode series. It's really interesting. And then another one that I've had on in the background while I've been doing other things today is this series called Trial by Media, and it's interesting. You know, it's kind of about how the media has influenced really popular court cases. So there's an episode about the Jenny Jones, the guy who was on Jenny Jones and a man. It was a secret crush episode. And a man confessed that he had a crush on this guy, and 3 days later the guy killed him. It was terrible. And how basically the Jenny Jones show got out of any responsibility whatsoever. Obviously it is the responsibility of the person who did it, but I'm talking in a civil suit. They got out of having any liability at all. It was kind of crazy. Euphony of the Month says, I ate half a jar of salsa today for lunch. Maybe that's my thing. That's not my thing. Well done, sir. Well done. Today I made myself a tuna fish sandwich. I made myself a smoothie. I ate 2 hot dogs, and I ate a French bread pizza. That's right. That's right. Living in the lap of luxury. Living like a king. This is what happens when you run out of shiny salads and smoothies money. Honestly, that's what happens. But at least we still have our friends over at Shitty's Pizza. The hospital's right next door, friends. If you don't know why, just have a slice. Use promo code Why God Do We Suffer. You get a free depubing. It's normally $4.99 to make sure all those pubes are not on your pizza. Not for you. Not for Weird at Night viewers. You can also shave and save. When you use that promo code, we will use the scrape pubes to make you and your family a complimentary merkin. Yeah. Who doesn't want a complimentary merkin? I mean, really, if you look at the promo code, it's not a free merkin. It's on the corner of 9th and Nocturnal Drive, just past the memory of your first fully charged smartphone. Dartone the Third, when I am not doing my thing, I talk rich kids into Bitcoin, but they are just Venmoing me money. Oh, very nice. Very nice, Dartone. Just a little casual fraud. Would we expect anything less of the savior of the Waniverse? We will still call him that. It's kind of like when you've been president and you're not president anymore, and then everybody still calls you Mr. President or Madam President. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's an honorary title because Dartone was once recognized as the savior of the Waniverse, even though exposed as a total fraud. Another one of those episodes of Trial by Media was about Rod Blagojevich, former governor of Chicago who tried to sell Barack Obama's Senate seat. And that was really interesting. It's just insane to me how people in these positions of of incredible power, how they their egos get so out of proportion that they think they can totally bullshit their way through anything. And they can't. And it blows up in their face spectacularly, as it did for Rod Blagojevich, who ended up serving 8 years in prison. 8 years, which is actually kind of a crazy sentence when you think about it, because the guy, it's not like he killed anybody, but he got 8 years in prison basically because he made a mockery of his trial. And that's not a smart thing to do when you're under that kind of watch. So yes, we have Saturday's episode. We have learned a little more about the Barefoot Messiah and his anthropomorphic shoes, but we could always learn a little more.
Yes, I can lift over 50 pounds. Oh God. Where are we going?
We need a clue. Some juicy piece of gossip. Some private information. Then we'll just put the letter back and no one will notice. It's like Assistant Police Chief Dartone used to teach us. Don't get caught. But he did get caught. Here's a letter from Bang Bang to the Barefoot Messiah.
Dear Barefoot Messiah, I have enclosed the blueprints you asked for regarding the firearms that could be operated by footwear. As a loyal Barefoot follower, I too worry about what could happen if the shoes were to bear arms. If you're still hiring at the chapel, I can volunteer on Tuesdays. Shoot, shoot, bang, bang.
Salutations, Suave and Pickle. Can you remember the name of the double knot special I named after the machine Mandolin made that was going to change the world? The machine that mysteriously went missing during the trial of Dartone. What was that fucking machine called? Statements of Gratitude. Shoedick. Steve. Germany.
Steve Germany is in a flashback, which has left New Orleans PD without a leader. Under scrutiny from the media and pressure to find the Barefoot Messiah, Suave and Pickle have been corrupted and invaded the citizens of New Orleans' privacy by going through their mail. Now, the two convivial lieutenants have decided to go on patrol and see if they can corroborate the cupidity of clues they discovered.
We need to be on the lookout for any suspicious activity. Do you have our notes from last week with you? I do. Bang Bang is trying to get work with the Barefoot Messiah. Steve Germany thinks this has something to do with Utopion being stolen during the trial of Dartone. And Sam Turkle and the Pink Cloud are dating now. Wait, we don't know that for sure. Trae Halloween said it, and now the letters confirm it. It's just their first date, Suave. A lot can go wrong on a first date.
Oi, mates, the monocle bear approaches.
Prepare laces to carry cargo to the machine room.
All right, mate. Yes, sir.
Monocle bear, the barefoot messiah needs to see you, eh?
Who are you?
Japan! Tony Japan!
Who the fuck is Tony Japan?
Are we almost there? I'm just a little butterfly, and this is a lot of ammunition.
Who is that ahead of us?
It looks like Tony Japan and the Monocle Bear just went in to meet the Barefoot Messiah.
Are those talking shoes?
You're drunk, Louie. Shoes don't talk. Hello, I'm Bang Bang, and this is Louie.
Yeah, we work for the Barefoot Messiah, and I've got my life savings. He asked for it and settled it.
I got a letter too, and here's a bunch of guns for y'all.
Right then. Can't really let you in. Need level 5 clearance to get in here.
The Barefoot Messiah did leave a little note for the two of you.
Dear Bang Bang and Louie, thank you for the firearms and all the profits from the bar. Sincerely, your Barefoot Messiah, dictated not read. He said thank you.
Well, I guess that's something.
You know what I like in that particular piece is Bang Bang goes, Louis, shoes can't talk, and then they step right up and immediately start talking to the shoes, who do talk back. So I guess Bang Bang was just I don't know, a moment of cognitive dissonance, perhaps, for Bang Bang, the gun safety butterfly. So basically, we got this monocle bear that seems to hypnotize characters like Tony Japan. Has hypnotized Bang Bang the butterfly. Has hypnotized Louie to get them to support the Barefoot Messiah. And Louie has given all the profits from his bar to the Barefoot Messiah. Bang Bang the gun safety butterfly has been writing to the Barefoot Messiah about some kind of arms deal. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm not sure what's going to happen this Saturday, but we are going to see more of the Barefoot Messiah. It's going to be a really fun episode. We're also going to have some awesome music videos, and we're going to go out with a bang, baby. We're going to go out with a bang this Saturday till March 28th when Find Your Weird comes back, and April 2nd when Weird at Night comes back. I am honestly stoked to have a bit of a respite. As much as I love doing this, I definitely am feeling that call to recharge and refresh, and live life outside of this hypersphere. Just for a little while. But I think generally when we step away for a minute, we come back with clearer perspective. We can sharpen things. We can make things much better. And so I'm really looking forward to doing that. So, got another question for you. My mouse is being a little sticky here, friends. What inspires you? What inspires you? For me, when I'm looking for inspiration, when I am going out with the intention of finding inspiration, I love art museums. I love them. I never rent those stupid headsets they give you that explain every piece. I just watch people, they're walking around with those things on and they're like looking at it real quick and then they move on to the next thing. I don't try to see everything when I'm in an art museum. I find pieces that I like and I find somewhere to chill for a long time and I just stare at them. I love spending time with a piece of art that calls out to me. Beautiful visual art gets even better the longer you look at it, in my opinion. Spacing out on a Magritte or a Max Ernst painting is heavenly. Heavenly. Alex Evavi says, I also love art museums, and that's why I'm going to the Louvre and Musée d'Orsay in France. Yeah, thanks, cousin. Thanks for reminding me. That's going to be amazing. Congratulations on that. I want to go to the Louvre someday. Very bad. Very bad. But yeah, great art museum, you know, and I've never been to New York. I've never been to the Guggenheim. And that's something I want to do at some point. I also want to go to the Museum of Natural History in New York, aka the Museum from Night at the Museum. I think that would be absolutely amazing. I also love being around the energy of kids. I get a lot of inspiration from that. I love their impulsiveness. I love how they just follow their desires to whatever it is they want to do. It's awesome to be around little people who aren't tripping all the time about bills, who aren't full of like regret or bitterness or burdened with the weight of responsibility. You get to see humans in their natural form. It's actually very inspiring. Alex just shared what she is most excited about seeing at the Louvre, so I will pull that up and we will look at it together. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see how long it takes this time for me to get this right. Here we go. All right. That is Psyche, revived by the Kiss of Love, a marble statue, Venetian work produced between 1787 and 1793 by Antonio Canova for the English Colonel John Campbell, acquired in 1801 by Joachim Murat, currently kept at the Louvre in Paris and photographed there in December 2011. Wow. Wow. That's very cool. That is very cool, Alex F and V. So yeah, I mean, the Louvre, you're like literally going to the most famous art museum in the world. That is fucking awesome. That is really, really cool. I am super stoked. Please do lots of flash photography, violate all the rules. Don't defile the artwork to make some kind of political stand. I think there's better things you can do. Dartone III says, a lot of things inspire me, but most of my artistic inspiration comes from 1990s softcore porn. With all the shit remakes, let's remake Emmanuel in space. Hey, fair point, friend. Hey, fair point. They remake. It seems like they remake everything these days. Alex won't be defiling the art. Okay, fair enough. Tarto. Do a whole Skinamax relaunch, right? Right? Nostalgia is everything, isn't it? So I'm sure there's a bunch of softcore porn that people could take inspiration from. Also, another thing that I find very inspiring. Darto says the story was solid. Another thing that I find very inspiring is quiet, like genuine quiet. And I'll say right now that, like I said earlier, I am always overloading myself with things that distract my sensor. I go into sensory overload with screens, with podcasts, I always have something going on. I've got a terrible attention span compared to what I used to have. But when I can truly center myself, reduce all the noise, and lit up screens around me, amazing stuff generally seems to happen. And it's something that I will be spending these next 3 weeks actually trying to do more of. It's something I really want to do more of. It's a major objective of this little break. Quiet is actually tremendously inspiring. I got one more question for everybody. One more question. Do you observe the 5-second rule? Or is it longer for you, or not at all? And I think we all know what the 5-second rule is. When you drop something on the ground, a piece of food, do you pick it up and eat it again? Now, I will say right off the bat, I am a disgusting human being, okay? I have very low standards. I would say I definitely observe the 5-second rule, but it's not uniform, okay? It all depends. It all depends on the surface that the food has fallen on. Like if I drop a sandwich in the dirt, it's nature's sandwich now. You know, I don't care how long it's been there. Same for mud, and same for any public venue. Okay? Alex FMV says if I drop it on the floor and there's no cat hair on it, it's safe. That's my general rule too. But I don't want it to sit there very long. But if I drop a Cheeto on the floor and I scoop that fucker right up, I'll eat it. As long as there's no hair on it. And I do have a cat and a dog, so that's a very big consideration. But hardwood floors and carpets are just fine with me. It also kind of depends on the food. Like if there's a wet quality to the food and it hits the floor, it's fucked. Okay? Pizza hitting the floor is not going into my mouth. It's probably going in my dog's mouth or my garbage can's mouth. And honestly, I really can't be feeding my dog human food. So probably just right in the garbage can. But yeah, so it kind of depends on the food and the surface to a certain degree. Euphony of the Month says it depends on what the food is and where it lands. If it's ice cream or something sticky, then I'm out. If it's a croissant, I'm eating it. Very good. Very good. I think, there's a reason we are this little community, friends. There is a reason, is we are all kind of gross. And that really fills me up. It really fills me up to know that. So yeah, definitely not gonna pick up ice cream that's been on the floor. Definitely pizza, some kind of sandwich, probably not. And we talk to ourselves. Euphony of the Month reminds me. We are gross and we talk to ourselves. So if I was in a marketing meeting and I was like, who is our ideal target for a viewer of Weird at Night, it would be disgusting people that talk to themselves, because I think we've really landed on something there. I think we really have. Do you guys buy it that some people don't have an inner monologue? Like they don't have an inner voice talking. Do you buy that? Because I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying that is impossible for me to imagine, that people don't have inner discussions going on through their brains with themselves. I have heard that is true, but that is just crazy to me because, Alex FMV says, dude, apparently they don't, but I can't imagine it at all. I really can't imagine it either. I always have, it's not even just my thoughts either. It's just like things I've heard, all kinds of shit just kind of circling through my mind all the time. One of the things about me is if I get a song stuck in my head and then I hear another song, eventually the song that was stuck in my head will start to merge with the other song. And then it kind of becomes a weird combined thing, like a weird mashup. That has happened to me my entire life. And I never even thought it was that weird. And I wonder if that's how I write songs. I'm not sure, but I think that does inform some of the things I've done in the past. Alex FMV says, this is how mashups were created. I'm sure of it. Hey, I imagine that's probably true. Well, for our last Find Your Weird until March 28th, it's time to do the thing you all know we're going to do. We're going to do an auto-write, baby. And I do want to let people know, in our Discord, we have an auto-write channel now. And myself, Sexual Corn, and Euphony of the Month have been using it. Euphony's actually been using it the most. And I went in and read a bunch of auto-writes. I read a bunch of Euphony's auto-writes today. They were a lot of fun to go back and read. And I encourage you, go to the Discord, go to the auto-write channel, and just go nuts. Any old time, anytime. It's a lot of fun to go in and read them after the fact. I made the channel and then I wrote one. Cupid 1999 is in the house. What's up, Cupid 1999? Hey ya. Dartone the Third says, I don't think robots or gingers have inner thoughts because of the lack of souls. Fair. As somewhat of a ginger myself, fair. All right, well, it's time to do an auto-write. So an auto-write is basically a little tool where Alex FMV says she does have inner thoughts. I'm not sure if yeah. You know what? I'm not even going to touch this one. I'm not touching this one. Dartone, you got me again. So I hope you're happy. All right. So an auto-write I'm going to count back from 10. As I do, try to clear your mind. When I get to 1, I'm going to say go. When I say go, we all start tippity typing whatever comes into your minds, whatever comes through you. And then after about 30 or 45 seconds, I'll say stop. We'll all hit enter or return. Everybody's auto-write shows up in the chat. Everybody's auto-write shows up in the chat. We all read them out loud. And then we go raid somebody. We get the hell out of here. So one more time, I'm going to count back from 10. As I do, try to clear your mind. When I get to 1, I'm going to say go. When I say go, we're all going to start typing whatever comes into our minds for about 30 or 45 seconds. Then I'll say stop. We all enter or return. We read them out loud. Ha ha ha. You silly Josher, you. And then we go raid somebody and, or, you know, whatever you're going to do after this. Okay, so let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Start typing. All right, and stop. Go ahead and enter return on your keyboards, friendos. I'll read mine. Start the part where Winona says to Johnny that she can't see him anymore because he's a tuna fish and it's just wrong. Johnny cries but is a fish, so has no eyebrows, and it looks like he's leaking, and Winona, in a fit of rage, eats him whole. It's a comedy I'm pitching to Adult Swim. It's gonna be hilarious, but also probably rejected. Which is fine. I guess it's fine. Is it fine? Am I okay? I am. Not. Maybe. Yes. I'm great. Okay, tell them to stop now. Good job, me. Alex F&V, haven't you ever heard of the place where worms go blink, blink, blonk? Well, it's there, right next door to the last time you thought about the monster under your bed. Oh, you're thinking about that monster now, aren't you? Yes. He's coming. He waits. He is me. I am she. They are all around you now. Anyway, robin's eggs are blue and I want to eat them, but you can only eat the chocolate ones. Good thing it's Easter time. Coming to take those robin souls. Coming to take them away. Goblins. Wow. Excellent, Alex F&V. Excellent as always. Euphony of the month. A hot, burning ball of acid eating French toast and sipping French press coffee. Kindly keep your hands and legs out of bubble. It's a boundary of mine, bucko. Keep your ears clean and don't forget to wash behind your ears. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug, and a kick in the crotch. Wow. Wow. I don't always remember to wash behind my ears. I'm just gonna, it's a shameful, sad thing. Sometimes I forget, but it's important. It's important. That's sensitive. That's sensitive. So really listen to Euphony and take a kick in the crotch while you're at it. Dartone the Third. I was fighting for justice and the American way of life, so obviously I was working to reboot the most important piece of art, philosophy and science, a manual in space. Wow. How many Emmanuel movies were there? Let's find out. Oops, that's not what I wanted to show you. How many Emmanuel movies are there? Appropriately sumptuous. So it appears. Wow. There was Emmanuel 2, Goodbye, Emmanuel 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there was Emmanuel. There was an entire Emmanuel in Space series. Emmanuel First Contact. Emmanuel 2, A World of Desire. Emmanuel 3, A Lesson in Love. Emmanuel 4, Concealed Fantasy. Emmanuel 5, A Time to Dream. Emmanuel 6, One Final Fling. And Emmanuel 7, The Meaning of Love. That's the Emmanuel in Space series. God, I just thought that was one movie. Dartone said 7 and is correct of the originals. That is really astounding. And that is the kind of really forthright and important information that you need to know. So, we've auto-written. We're about to take a little break. We're gonna be live this Saturday. So tune in Saturday at 10 p.m. Pacific for Weird at Night, and then we're gonna be off until Find Your Weird returns on March 28th. So we'll be off for 3 weeks. But and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm looking forward to coming back too. I hope you all have a great time. We're gonna raid somebody. And bye.